Hey, how's it going, YouTube? This is going to be a review of my Colt XSE 1911. This gun has been safety checked, but if you guys want, I'll do a quick safety check for the safety sallies out there. Chamber is empty. Magazine is empty. Okay. Okay. This is the Colt XSE, stainless. Of course, you can see it. Uh, This is going to be the Colt's loaded version of their 1911s, basically almost like a Springfield loaded, as you can see with the ambidextrous thumb safety. Their extended beaver tail grip safety, flared ejection port, Novak style sights on it, and polished speed ramp. Polished speed ramp. There you go. And it actually has an extended or what you call a full length guide rod on it. A lot of people don't like it, but I think it does help the spring a little bit as far as keeping the spring life longer. It doesn't bind up inside the frame. It actually helps it straighten up whenever the slide action is actuated. And so far I probably got around almost, let's say, 600 round on this gun. 230 grain ammo, all Winchester white box. They're actually pretty good on doing break-ins. Okay, some of the features of this gun that's not common in some 1911s. First off, you can see this undercut on the trigger. That's actually a really good feature in this gun because what it does, it gives you a high grip on a gun, as you can see. And I say the higher grip on the gun is actually better. It keeps the muzzle or the axis better, or the bore axis lower to your hand. And what else? Oh, the grip safety on this thing is a little bit different compared to your Kimbers and Springfield. This is what you call a duckbill beaver tail. What it does is, when you're gripping the gun and you got a high grip on it, what it does is it actually push this part of your hand downward, which gives you a stronger grip on it. And and comes standard. I believe this was a Chip McCormick grips on it. This is a low profile grip. It's thinner than a regular grip that you'll find on a 1911. Let's compare it to my Kimber really quick. As you guys can see, it's actually much the profile of that grip is actually a little bit thinner than a Kimber grip, although this Kimber is actually a modified grip also. And when I got this gun, it actually has a standard mainspring housing on it. The one that comes with it is actually plastic, and it doesn't have the magwell on it. So this one was put on later on a gun. So actually, I did it myself. It's pretty easy replacing this. And some of the features, other features of the gun. Novak sights. That's not a night sight, that's a regular sight. The thing I don't like with that sight is when you look at the sight picture, the front dot is actually small, a little too small for me. If you compare it to some other 1911 that has a 3-dot sight system on it, that is a little bit bigger, so it'll give you a good picture of that front sight, which actually helps you aim a lot faster. The fit and finish of this gun is really good. As you can see, that's pretty even right there, although it's a little bit dirty. It rattles a little bit when you shake it. The frame rattles, but I don't think it affects the accuracy. What else? Oh, the barrel. This was later put on the barrel. Right now it has a Colt. You can't even see it. It has a Colt National Match barrel on it. The National Match barrel actually helps a little bit as far as the fit of the barrel on a gun and the barrel bushing. That one actually helps you a lot on your accuracy. It's not the fit it's not the fit of the frame to slide. It's actually the fit of the barrel to the barrel lug and that the locking lug that you got on it. And the ejection port of this thing is flared. It's not as lowered as the Kimber does. That thing is actually, this thing is actually a lot wider on when it comes to the ejection port. It's going to be right on the top, right there. So you can see it's still lowered though. It's lowered good enough, and I never had any feeding or extraction problems on this one. The sights on my other video I said I might not change the sights on it, but I'm actually thinking of changing the sights to straight 8 sights, Heine straight 8 sights, and some other features of this 1911. The trigger is actually pretty smooth. It breaks around 4 pounds. I say yeah, 4 pounds. I haven't done any trigger work on this. It's actually factory break at 4 pounds. The action on the thumb safety is really smooth. There you go. And it has that Colt. They actually brought back the Colt logo on that one. See that horse right there, the bucking horse logo. Yeah, that's actually pretty standard now on the newer Colts that you'll find. And let me do a quick breakdown on this gun. I'll show you what the barrel looks like. Okay, so here we go again. Now you can see the gun is broken down. I have right here the 5-inch barrel, the match grade barrel that comes with. Yes, it doesn't have a crowning on it, but what it has, it's actually beveled slightly. I'll give it to give it a little bit of accuracy and protection when you're cleaning it, so you won't mess up the tip of the barrel. And when they machine this, there's actually some tool marks where you can see where they did the fitting. Some people don't like the tool marks, but I guess that tool mark is a must. I actually talked to Brent from Colt about that tool marks, and that's what they actually do to fit these barrels, especially the National Match barrels, which are actually tightly fit on your frame and on your barrel lug. And what this barrel has is that's typical of Colt, to put this profile on the barrel. You see that beveled part of the barrel right there. It's actually beveled in three places. There you go. That's to help you feed a lot of type of ammo, including regular FMJs. I tried semi-wide cutters on this gun and never had problems. Powerball, no problems, and same thing with hollow points. I was actually using ONRD plus P hollow points, and it never had problem with those. Give you guys a quick look on how it fits on the barrel. I mean on the frame when it's on the slide. That's a really tight fit. right there. You don't have I don't have any side-to-side movement when it goes to the locking place of the barrel. Yeah, what you're looking for is a tight fit on that. A little bit of movement, but not too much. Just to give your gun much more reliability. You don't want it too tight, or else you're gonna have issues on your feeding problems and your ejection. And typical Series 80, it has that extra added safeties on it. I don't mind the extra added safeties on this gun. You know, it's not needed, but if it's there, it's there. You know, you use it and use it well. The frame actually it has a built-in feed ramp on it, which is polished. It's not highly gloss polish, but it's good enough. Never had problems with the feeding. And oh, one thing you guys want to make sure if you're buying a 1911, make sure this part right here is machined perfectly. See how even that thing is? On some guns, even Springfield, I've seen it done on a Springfield that's, you know, made in Brazil. This part right here is actually bigger than this part right here, so it's not a big deal. It doesn't affect the performance of the gun, but when your gun is firing and the action is going, what it does, it actually rubs on the slide frame right here. Sometimes you'll see a big, like a scratch right here, because what's happening is the slide is actually not going straight to the, the slide actually is not going straight. It's actually rubbing on the side of this. You guys have to look at that when you're buying a 1911. One thing you gotta look at, if your gun is blued, make sure that thing is highly polished. Okay. The fit should be nice and tight. The ejection should be nice and tight. So if you can break down the gun, if the gun shop would actually allow you to break down the gun, I suggest you guys break down the gun and look at all the parts and the safety action on the gun before you guys buy it. Okay. Let me put everything back together, then I will continue the video. Oh, let me continue this before I put this thing in. Make sure when you're putting the or assembling back your 1911s, make sure you guys assemble the spring or put back the spring the way you guys had it, which is actually, see that this end right here where it's tightly woven right here, that one actually goes in first, and that open area actually goes on your in front of your gun. You don't want to put this thing backwards, because what will happen is this coil right here is much more tighter than this end right here. What would happen is you're gonna start binding up the springs, and if you don't have a full length guide rod, or even if you have it, it's like you're gonna end up with a bind up recoil spring, and you don't want that, because once it bounces out, sometimes it ruins your barrel, and it actually it jams up your gun. It ruins your frame also. I've seen it happen on the gun range before, and yeah, you don't want that thing to happen in your gun. Okay, let me put this thing back the way it's supposed to be. Push that a little bit. This gun right here, sometimes I use the barrel bushing to push this thing in, but sometimes you'll get away with not even using a barrel bushing. Some people said, it's toolless. Some people said on the Colt you don't need to put that thing in. You can just press that really tight. Right there. What I actually use is sometimes if the thing is too tight, I'll use the butt of my magazine, the plastic part of it. If you do that thing right there, you don't harm the frame, or you don't harm the, what do you call this right here, the whatever. Okay, that should be it for assembling it. Dry fire it. See if the safeties are functioning well. Everything is good. Everything is good. That's one thing you guys gotta check if you're buying a gun, is that make sure the safeties are all working. And you can see the quality of the gun, the fit and finish of the gun. Everything is even right here at the back, or pretty close to even. The barrel is nice and tight. That's one thing. Some people don't check that. Make sure you don't have any movement on the barrel to the barrel bushing. Snap cap. Check the function of the gun. Make sure it functions perfectly. And that's my Colt XSE. It's kind of dirty right now. I haven't fully cleaned it. And thank you for watching. If you're watching this video, leave a comment, subscribe. I don't care what kind of comment you guys leave, but be nice. Bye bye.